My name is James Dunson, and I've been sworn in. Protesters do not block entranceway into Baywalk. That's the myth, that protesters prevent people from entering Baywalk. In reality, there are no documented cases of this happening, nor has it ever been protesters' intent to block people. Half of the sidewalk is already private and off limits to protesters. There is an invisible line that we cannot cross, and since protesters aren't even allowed on half the sidewalk, it doesn't make sense that we'd be accused of blocking the sidewalk, especially since police and Baywalk security are always present at our protests to ensure pedestrian flow. And the city's proposal would include even more police at Baywalk. Certainly they would let us know if we were blocking the sidewalk. And keep in mind, freedom of assembly is a fundamental right guaranteed by the US and Florida state constitutions. And even if we were to slow down pedestrian traffic, which we don't, the city would never consider banning Rays games because traffic becomes congested, and it's more difficult for people to get to local businesses. Likewise, the city would never consider banning women from voting just because us guys have to wait in line longer when we go to vote. At times, democracy is uncomfortable for some people, but it's supposed to be what this country is about. If the city does take away public access to the sidewalk at the expense of the First Amendment, it won't be doing this because protesters prevent people from entering Baywalk. The real reason would be because Baywalk's owners, CW Capital, said they might invest up to $6 million into the mall on the condition that the city privatizes the sidewalk or takes away public access to the sidewalk. And this is for the expressed purpose of barring protesters, not to set up cafe space. If you read the city documents, it's really clear that this is why they are doing this. CW Capital actually said that this issue is a, quote, deal breaker, meaning that unless the city gives the sidewalk to Baywalk, CW Capital will not consider any investment into the property. And that brings us to the $6 million question. Is it worth disregarding the US Constitution for a possible investment of up to $6 million? It is my personal belief that our constitutional rights are more valuable than any amount of money. It's my hope that you believe that as well, and that your actions today reflect that belief. Thanks.
Thank you very much.